A hacker cleared my bank account, and 2 weeks later, I was a millionaire. The day before my daughter Samantha's first day of work at her new job, I got a call from her at 3 a.m. I thought it was strange for her to be calling me at that time and asking me to send her money for food, but I sent her $15 before going back to sleep. But by the time I woke up the next morning, I got a notification on my phone saying that I had an overdraft fee pending and that my bank account had been completely cleared out. I ran to the bathroom to splash water on my face before logging into my bank account to see how much money I had really sent Samantha. But once I logged on, I was shocked to see that the account where I usually had 6 figures saved up did not have a single cent to my name. You see, I struggle with heart issues, so I desperately needed to go to the pharmacy that morning to pick up my medicine, but I didn't even have enough money to cover the copayment. I quickly called Samantha and asked her if I had mistakenly sent her more money, but to my surprise, she said, "Mom, I didn't call you last night. I was sleeping. Today's my first day at, remember?" That's when I realized it must have been one of those scam artist calls. So I then called my bank and they told me that there was nothing they could do, as I had authorized the withdrawal. So I spent the morning calling and begging lawyers to help me, but they all refused without a proper payment first, and I had nothing. At that point, I could feel my heart palpitating. So I got in my car and drove over to the pharmacy, and once I explained everything to them, they refused to give me my medicine without a copayment. And that's when I broke down. I didn't know what to do next, and suddenly my phone rang, and when I answered, it was an unfamiliar voice. But to my luck, one of the lawyers I rang up earlier was calling me back, and he said he'd dealt with a case like mine before and had been successful in getting the money back. He issued me a temporary debit card so I could pay for my needs, and then I drove to his office. Within a week, he was able to figure out who had stolen my money, and as it turns out, my information was stolen using some secret chip reader at a gas station. From there, the hacker just needed to get a recording of my voice to authorize all bank transfers and get my money. The lawyer was able to track him down, and it was some 20-year-old kid in Miami who was also selling and advertising a get-rich-quick course on his social media. Not only was he trying to teach other kids to hack, he was stealing all of their identities. Within just the last week, he had stolen well over $1 million. I was able to put him in prison, and after suing him, I acquired his invested money. Needless to say, it was a blessing in disguise.